This nigga, I have a problem with the underground media scene right now because okay, underground media scene is really weak as fuck. I think it's one motherfucker in the scene, Saint Clout, something like that. He's cool, but the rest of these motherfuckers just post and get clout off of shock opinions, bro. Like this nigga right here. Most of his content is shock opinions. This is the the thumbnail for this. I don't remember how to do it, but the thumbnail for this video. Let's go back. Has fucking Ken Carson, Osama son. That's a shock opinion. That right there is a shock opinion. You know what I'm saying? Of course, this is not necessarily a shock opinion, but this is a shock opinion here. You know what I'm saying? Shock opinion. You know, shock opinion. You know what I'm saying? Shock opinion. Now, I mean, even though it might be true, it's still shock opinions, bro. This is not original content. 17 million niggas have made this video before him, bro. So let's
anything new to this. One of the biggest things that niggas like to complain about is when someone starts biting swag. People care a lot for some reason about who did it first, who started this trend, he was using this sound before anyone, etc, etc. Personally, this isn't really a big issue to me. I've said this before, not only do you kind of need to start off stealing someone else's style and sound so you can have something to build off of and learn what works and what doesn't work. Also, 90% of the niggas y'all like to dismiss as clones in the underground sound way better than the people who are mainstream. I remember back during the wait for Whole Lotta Red, there were so many Cardi clones popping up. There was a huge market for them because Cardi just wasn't dropping.
Man, what y'all think about that? Coach Ice is a Cardi clone. Y'all think Coach Ice is a Cardi clone because he's the baby voice?
Any music, so everyone decided to try out the baby voice and pick like a Pierre type beat and see how far they could go on SoundCloud. And now we have a bunch more clones of opium artists and people like Yeet and Fago. So let's actually take a look at some of the clones in the underground. Now, this rapper Osama San is getting a lot of attention right now because not only did,
of course, he starts off the video talking about Osama San. You know what I'm talking about? Shock opinions. He's going after the most popular nigga right now, saying, oh, blah, 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 opium clone. We've heard it before.
Did he drop a project where the cover art is exactly from a Cardi picture?
Now, this here, I can't really argue this. This is, and I can't really defend this. Now, this right here, I can't really say. Now, see, here's one thing. I will call you out on bullshit, but when you're right, you're right. And this, I can't really, you know. What can I say? he did copy Cardi in this aspect. He definitely did. Sorry, man. I mean, I don't really know what else you could. Let's watch it again.
Only did he drop a project where the cover art is exactly from a Cardi picture, the project also has songs that sound like this. If you had no idea who Osama San was and I just played this song, you would probably say this was Ken. Now, Osama San does
Alright, look. Wait.
have music that's less Ken inspired.
Okay, alright, look. Let's break it down. So he used one example off of one album, right, which was his most recent album. Now, the reason why he debunks himself in the first part of this video because he says you have to start off copying or using someone else's style anyway. Osama San just blew up basically, right? This whole video is him just contradicting himself. But even so, that album had so hella sounds on it, bro. He experimented with trap, rage, plug and beat. He was a real versatile artist on that fucking album, bro. So that's like one of the worst examples. The only thing I can say he really bit is the album cover, but I mean, other than that, I can understand what he's saying. It has like an opium aesthetic to it, the song. But opium, I'm tired of niggas saying opium like it's a fucking music genre or a fashion thing. Opium, niggas was dressing like that before opium was dressing like that. And they're not, it's not a music genre. The genre to me is rage. That's what it is to me. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the genre to me is rage. So I mean, Opium don't have a fucking corner on the market on Rage. They don't own fucking Rage. They just do niggas just make Rage music, man. I mean, what the fuck? Every time somebody make a Rage song, it's gotta be Ken, Cardi. It's gotta be one of them. Nah, man. I mean, I think the nigga is using Rage aesthetics, but I mean, my nigga, like, what the fuck?
And I'm not really a big fan of that either. I don't even think Osama-san is even necessarily worse than Ken or that his music is trash. In some aspects, he's actually way more listenable than Ken. But overall, the problem is not that he's a clone or anything. It's that he's just...
You see what I'm talking about now, right? You see what I'm talking about? He put on the thumbnail that the nigga was a clone and then says in the video, I'm not saying he's a clone or anything. Y'all need to stop giving these niggas clicks. They just baiting people, bro. They fucking shop content. This shit lame, my nigga.
He's not really adding anything new to the sound. He's just pretty generic.
I never really listened to
Dom Corleo is literally the punching bag of the entire underground / new gen community, from hiring girls to come sit with him at an interview to look cool, to creating fucking Chester Perry. This man cannot catch a break. Dom Corleo has two major criticisms. He's a boring and uninteresting guy, and yeah, he is, and that he's a clone, specifically of Summers and Destroy Lonely. Destroy Niggly. But I mean, he's even copied Chief Keef. He's the definition of fake it till you make it, and I guess in that regard, he's kind of respectable. Honestly, Dom Corleo doesn't make bad music. It's music for when you're like on a long drive, or really just background music, honestly. I think Dom Corleo should just stop trying to look fucking cool all the time. Like, just be yourself. Also, he did say he wanted to smash a 12-year-old, so there's that too.
Whoa.
Like, just be yourself. Also, he did say he wanted to smash a...
What's good with y'all niggas? Why in the underground community do we have this problem? Everybody, y'all niggas got moms, bro. I don't know what's good with y'all and just respecting women a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just try it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fuck. Every time I get online, it's like somebody got a new fucking allegation.
A 12-year-old, so there's that too.
Baby, you can say if you comfortable like. You be tryna play.
Now this nigga might be guilty.
Lunchbox is literally just Yeet with less creativity and hype. This new jazz shit is pretty lame, and honestly not really that different from anything that's ever happened in music ever. I feel like pushing this as like the new sound for the underground would actually cause us to regress in quality. Like, it's literally not, it's not more complex, it's not more interesting. Hopefully he branches out a lot more and earns the hype soon.
I don't know what to do with you. Can't let my walls down, you gon' make a fool of me.
I'm gonna be honest, Southside Silhouette is one of my favorite artists in the underground, but even he admits he sounds a lot like Lone. The production style and flow style is pretty Lone adjacent. However, I actually prefer Southside Silhouette's music 1,000 times more than Lone. I think he does a way better job with the style, and honestly, he's a lot more creative than Lone, who just kind of hops from aesthetic and sound and doesn't really do anything good or cool with it.
Oh my god. Why are we talking about VAMPLEEK? Give this nigga a rest. Bro, niggas want so badly for pedos and all these niggas with allegations to be out of the community. Stop talking about them. Stop fucking giving them attention. What the fuck? Niggas wanted Adam 22 to fuck out of community. Niggas still going to Adam 22 for interviews. Well, just stop talking about these niggas. Stop giving them attention. Dude, what the fuck? What is wrong with y'all? Like, damn, bro. I got bad bros, cause that's all I see. I went too far, reaching out of reach. Put the sweat together, let go be they all wanna copy they all.
VAMPLEEK is a very, let's just say, interesting person who also happens to sound like Cardi. Like, let's just say,
What the fuck? He tweeted this? I never seen this before. Oh, wow. And he has children. Why are y'all talking about this nigga then, bro? Weirdo.
Interesting person who also happens to sound like Cardi, like a lot like Cardi. Now, a lot of people say he was on the whole vamp thing before Cardi was, but the fact of
after this video, you'll never see me mention this nigga, by the way.
the matter is, this nigga sounds a lot like Cardi and acts and presents himself like the stereotypical image of Cardi that a lot of people have. Despite who he is as a person, he does make some pretty good music and has some pretty good presentation for his project. He's also in Ian Connor's new collective or group or whatever. I don't really think it's possible for him to go mainstream. I mean, one, you know, there's the elephant in the room. And honestly, the only things that are really appealing about him, which is like his sound and his aesthetic, you know, Opium really already has that covered in the mainstream. So Slim GGP is an artist who started off making music like this, and then started making music like this. If you look at the presentation and aesthetic of his projects, to even like the pictures like of himself, they are very Destroy Lonely inspired. I enjoy some of his songs, but honestly, everything else is just okay. His whiny ass voice is kind of hard to get into, honestly.
I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with the rest of these. Just fucking Osama son. I mean, I feel like the nigga basically was like, oh, he put Osama son in a video for clicks, is what I'm trying to say, because the nigga says in the video that he's not saying he's a clone or even that his music is bad. So why? So what the fuck? This is the opium clone epidemic, excuse me. What the fuck are you? What? What are we really talking about then? Like, what the fuck? Things are weird.